Okay, so let's get started on our backs. Remember, if you're doing this at home or in your office, give yourself enough space to move around. And for the first couple breaths, take a full body stretch. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, roll out your wrists and your ankles. And just let yourself feel heavy on your mat. Today's class is about balance, so we're gonna find that happy medium between that like ease, tension, active legs, active hands, but then also relaxing into the pose, using our breath as our ally. Bring your knees to your chest. Gentle squeeze. Roll over from side to side. Lift your legs up, flex and point your toes. Stargazing arms. Keep your toes flexed. Pulse towards the ceiling. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees in. Maybe curl up into a ball. Full body stretch. Plant your feet down. So if you were getting ready to go into bridge, walk your shoulders under you. Bridge pose. Squeeze your inner thighs together. And if you want to lift your hips higher, you can bring your chin towards your chest. Lower down and lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Keep going. Stay high. And now I want you to take your heels closer towards you. And now tiny pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Recline butterfly, stargazing arms. We're gonna take 20 butterfly crunches. Start at the top. Crunch, 19, 20, 18, 17, 16, 15. Keep going, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full body stretch. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, roll out your wrists, knees in, curl up into a ball, gentle squeeze, roll over from side to side just for your lower back. And now, full body stretch and wrap up for eagle. Right leg over, reclined eagle, right arm under. And we're gonna do eagle crunches. And I want you guys to count with me. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, you too, Brandon. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full body stretch. Relax here. Stretch your abs, wiggle, shimmy. We have a whole another side. Left leg over, left arm under, and remember, if you're typical eagle, you can't wrap your arms around like that, you can always hug yourself. So start at the top. Stretch and crunch. 20, 19, 18, 17, 14, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full body stretch. Relax here. Bring your right knee to your chest. Let your left leg relax. Roll it over one way for a supine twist, and then over to the other side. Come back to center. Switch. Keeping your toes flexed. Let your knee fall over to the side, and then back to the other side. Come back to center. Full body stretch. Lift your legs up. Reach both hands forward. Flex your toes. Lower your heels about halfway here. Hold. Look at your toes. Lower them down to hover. Crisscross. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your legs. Heels and toes out. Lower halfway. Shoulders are off the mat. Hover. Look at your toes. Crisscross. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs up. Heels out. Toes in. Lower halfway. Hover. Crisscross. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs up. Knees in. Rock up and down your mat 3 times. All the way up to mountain pose. Nice. Let's all meet Jacob in mountain pose. Hands at your heart center. Look at your fingertips. Widen your stance. Ground down the 4 corners of your feet. Squeeze your belly in and up, shoulders up and away from your ears. So spread your collarbones. Look at your fingertips. Inhale, reach up. Keep all of that. I want you to tense up and then release. Find that balance. Tense. Release. If it helps, fists, let go. Inhale, look up, reach up, fingers wide. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, reach up, mountain pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold, flatten, fold, flatten, fold and hinge at your hips as you fold. Flatten, fold. Extended mountain pose, reach. Swan dive down. Flatten your back, top of the push-up. Reach your right hand forward. Core is tight. Switch, left hand forward. Come back to center. Right heel high. Switch. Come back, shift forward, lower down. Hold your low push-up here. Upward facing dog, inhale. Hold your up dog. Downward facing dog, side out. Lift your heels high, bend your knees low, travel forward. Lift halfway. Forward fold. Mountain pose, reach. Swan dive down. Flatten your back. Fold. One more time. Fold. Flatten. Plant your hands, top of the push-up. Let your knees find the mat. Lower all the way down. Cobra pose, lift your chest. Child's pose. Curl your toes under, send your hips high, downward facing dog. Lift your heels, bend your knees, go forward. Halfway lift, forward fold. Mountain pose. Swan dive down. Flatten, fold. Flatten, fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Exhale and hold your low push-up. Upward facing dog, proud chest forward, downward facing dog. Send your hips back. Walk your feet towards your hands. Come all the way up, extended mountain pose. Hands at your heart center, sit low, chair pose. So in this chair, I want you to lift your heels. Find some balance here. Squeezing everything in towards the center. Lengthening through the crown of your head. Squeeze your thighs. Engage your core. Sit low. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift. Fold. Plant your right hand right in front of you. Bend your right knee and then reach towards the ceiling with your left hand. Come back to center. Left hand right in front of you. Bend left knee. Reach with your right. Come back to center. Lift halfway. Fold forward. Flatten. Plank pose. Right hand forward. Switch. 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 Back to center, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right heel high. Three-legged dog. Keep stretching here. Keep reaching. Flex your toes. Knee to nose, exhale. Three-legged dog. Knee to nose. Three-legged dog. Knee to nose. Keep your core tight. Plant your foot down. Warrior one. Settle into this pose. So now, keeping your core tight, transition here. Pivot your heel, your back heel. Crescent. Three-legged mountain. Open up, Utthita. Come back to center. Let go. Fold forward. Lift halfway. Plank pose. So this time, top of the push-up. Right heel high. 3, 2, 1. Switch. Left heel high. 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Side out. Left heel high. Holding our three-legged dog. Lifting that flying foot even higher. Knee to nose. Three-legged dog. Knee to nose. Three-legged dog. Knee to nose. Hold. Warrior one. Arms by your ears. 90-degree bend. Pivot your back heel. Crescent. Core is tight. Three-legged mountain. Utthita. Standing leg raise. Come back to center and let it go. Forward fold. Lift halfway. Plank pose. Right hand high or forward. Hold, core is tight. Find some ease even though you're squeezing your core. Switch. Back to center, chaturanga. Up dog, hold your up dog. Downward facing dog, side out. Heels high, knees low, go forward. Lift halfway, forward fold. Extended mountain pose, reach and stretch. Cactus arms, back bend. Inhale, reach up, look up. Cactus arms. Reach up, cactus. Reach, cactus. Reach, cactus. Reach up, stay, and then wrap up, eagle. Right leg over, right arm under. Or you can hug yourself. So finding some ease here. The trick to balance is to not lock your standing foot, not lock your knee, squeeze everything in towards the center, but then finding some ease and lengthening through the crown of our heads. Now, bring your elbows closer to your knees. Straighten back up. Keep the breath flowing. Straightening back up. One more time. And if you fall out of the pose, you can come right back in. Forgive yourself. It's a brand new pose. Unwrap, shake it off. Shift your weight, roll out your wrists, your ankles. Inhale, reach. Cactus arms. Inhale, reach. Cactus arms. Keep the breath flowing. Keep the body moving. One more time. Reach. Wrap up. Left leg over. And then left arm under. And if your foot doesn't wrap up, you can always rest your toes on the mat. That's fine. Squeeze your thighs and like zip up towards the midline. Nice adjustments I saw from the corner of my eye. Okay, so now bring your elbows towards your knees. Straighten back up. Lower. You can go as slow or as fast as you need to. Lift. Last one. Lift. Unwrap and let it go. Shake it off, wiggle it out. Let's give our shoulders some love. Inhale, roll them up and away from your ears. And do this a couple times. Switch. Nice. Come back to center. Look over your right shoulder. Look over your left. Roll out your neck one way. Switch. Keep going. Come back to center. Look up towards the ceiling. Bring your chin towards your chest. Come back to neutral. Interlace your hands behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Bend your knees and come into a forward fold. And if it feels better, you can widen your stance. Stretch the backs of your legs and keep driving your hands towards the front. Let go. Place your hands by your feet. Wiggle your feet together. Flatten your back to reset. Forward fold. Exhale. Flatten your back. Fold. Flatten. Fold. Inhale. Upward extended mountain pose. Swan dive down. Flatten your back. Fold. Extended mountain pose. Three-legged mountain, right heel high, right knee high. Flex your toes. So now, before we open up into Utthita, you can grab your knee, or you can use your peace fingers to grab your toe and open up that way. So it looks like this. So wherever you're at is perfect. Find your balance, micro bend in that standing foot. Come back to center, wrap up for eagle. So now I want you to unwrap your legs, keep your hands as they are, and then go into warrior 3 with eagle hands. Flex your toes, keep your hips squared. Crescent lunge, unwrap your arms. Stargazing arms. Widen your collarbones here, puff up your chest. Straighten your arms. Core is super tight. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Three-legged mountain. lower down, let it go. Switch your weight from side to side. And let's try the other side. Inhale, three-legged mountain, left. Again, you can do theta, or you can intensify it. Set your gaze somewhere in front of you. Keep your core tight. Come back to center and wrap it up. Eagle pose. Keep your core tight. Unwrap your legs. Warrior three. Eagle arms. Crescent lunge with eagle arms, and then stargazing arms. Heart opener here, proud chest, as if you were an up dog. Arms by your ears, inhale. Three-legged mountain. Doesn't have to be pretty. And let go. Shake it off, wiggle it out. Inhale, reach up, look up. Forward fold, exhale. Lift halfway, breathe in. Top of the push-up. Lift your right heel high. 3, 2, 1. Switch. 3, 2, 1. Lower down chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing dog, side out. Right heel high. Bend your knee. Flip over into flip dog. So stay in your flip dog instead of going to full wheel, and try to keep your feet about hip width distance, and then reach your top hand forward or back. Come back, unflip your dog. Give your wrists a break, dolphin pose. Walk your feet forward and back. And let's try the other side. Downward facing dog, exhale, left heel high. Bend your knee, flip over. Try to keep your feet hip width distance, and then reach. So you want to squeeze your shoulder blades together here, and you want your shoulder to be in line with your wrists. So instead of thinking about the back bend, just think about squeezing your shoulder blades together. Makes it feel a little different. Unflip your dog. Walk your feet towards your hands. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Extended mountain pose, reach. Three-legged mountain, right side. Keep your foot flexed. Find some ease. Warrior three. Keep that hip squared. Keep your toes facing the carpet or the mat. Crescent lunge. Open arm twist, right hand forward. If you want more, you can look back at your thumb. Inhale, arms by your ears. Exhale, stargazing arms. Puff up your chest, look up. Hands to the mat, high to low, push up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Walk your feet towards your hands. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Fold. One more time. Fold. Extended mountain pose, reach. Three-legged mountain, left side. Warrior three. Remember, as slow or as fast as you need it to be. Crescent lunge. Adjust your feet. Doesn't have to be super smooth. Open arm twist, left hand forward. Look back at your thumb if you want more. Inhale, arms by your ears. Exhale, stargazing arms. Puff up your chest, spread your collarbones. Chaturanga. Upward facing, proud chest forward, downward facing dog. Send your hips back. Inhale fully, exhale fully. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Flatten your back, inhale. Fold and hinge at your hips. Inhale, fold, flatten, fold, mountain pose, reach, forward fold. Halfway lift, walk your hands to plank pose. Chaturanga, hold your low push-up. Upward facing dog, proud chest. Downward facing dog, send your hips back. Right foot forward, warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip and reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Stay here for 5 breaths. And with every inhale, lengthen your torso. With every exhale, lower down into your knees so that until you're in a 90-degree bend. Find some ease in between your inhales and your exhales. After 5 breaths, straighten your front knee. And then let's take archer pose. So you're sending your hip back as if you were setting up for triangle. And then you're grabbing your wrists and gently pulling. Cartwheel down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left side, warrior. Open up, warrior. 5 inhales and 5 exhales here. Drive your front knee towards the left. Straighten your knee, archer pose. Hands to the mat, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog, proud chest, downward facing dog. Send your hips back. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Walk your feet towards your hands. Once you're in the top of the mat, lift your right heel high for standing L shape or for standing split. So you can plant your hands or come up to your fingertips, up to you. If you want to keep practicing the stretch, just keep lifting that flying foot even higher. If you want to practice balance, grab your ankle with one hand or with 2. Find that space between the inhales and the exhales. Forward fold. Plant your right hand right in front of you, bend that right knee, open up, lift your left hand towards the ceiling. Switch. Fold forward. Standing L shape or standing split, left heel high. Again, you can keep reaching. Micro bend in that standing foot. You don't want to lock your knee. Or you can practice balance. And if you've never practiced it, your hands are super close to the mat and the ground. So you kind of trust yourself, you're safe. Come back to center. Fold here, right hand right in front of you. Bend your right knee, open up. Left hand towards the ceiling. Switch. Come back to center. Wiggle your feet apart. Peace fingers, big toe hold, elbows wide. Drive the crown of your head towards the ground, towards the carpet, towards the mat. Elbows wide. Bend your knees and then slightly straighten your legs, not forcing anything. Wiggle your feet back together. Flatten your back to reset. Forward fold. Extended mountain pose, reach. Grab a wrist, side bend. Back to center and do the same thing on the other side. Come back to center, inhale, look up, reach up. Cactus arms, back bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus arms, back bend. Inhale, reach. Hinge at your hips, swan dive down. Flatten your back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Walk your feet towards your hands. Flatten your back when you get there. Forward fold. Extended mountain pose. Tree pose on the right. So remember, you have options. You can be here, or you can press the inside of your thigh. As long as you're not pressing against the side of your knee, you're safe. We start with prayer hands. So this is the perfect example of a pose in where you can find ease, but also squeeze towards the center. So pretend like there's an invisible string pulling the crown of your head, proud chest, shoulders back, wide collarbones, grow your tree. Keep your core engaged, but soften your knees, soften your elbows, soften your fingers. Come out of the tree the same way you came in, shake it off, reset. Tree pose on the left. Inhale, come out of the pose, reach up, forward fold. Let yourself find your seat. Any seated position. Place both hands on your knees. Close your eyes. Bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. Come back to center. Left ear to left shoulder. Come back to center. Roll out your neck. Switch. Come back to center. Inhale, look up towards the sky. Exhale, bring your chin to your chest. Come back to center. Bring your hands to your heart center and breathe deeply. Exhale. Open your eyes. You are done with your practice.